a milestone reflecting the strength of our long-term live service capabilities. Since its 2016 launch, the title has attracted over 200 million registered users. With its longevity built on the consistent content updates, evolving gameplay experiences, and a deeply loyal community. As a pioneer of film and television crossovers in gaming, Ghost Story Mobile once again partnered with hit TV drama Love 020 and the actors for its 10th anniversary, reuniting players with beloved characters and classic experiences from the series, reaffirming the title's momentum as it enters into its second decade. Eggy Party continues to hold its position as China's leading party game destination. Spring Festival events have become a meaningful annual tradition, bringing players together with friends and family through themed content on Eggy Island, reinforcing the game's identity as a shared social space. Building on the festive atmosphere, in February, the introduction of several beloved IPs, including My Little Pony, drove strong community participation and pushed the game to the top of China's iOS grossing chart. Identity V maintained steady engagement and momentum throughout the first quarter, with enriched gameplay systems that reinforced its unique position in the asymmetric battle arena genre. During the Spring Festival event, it added more depth by introducing new characters and themed content, alongside limited-time gameplay experiences within the classic 1v4 mode. In March, its 8th anniversary brought new variations to the classic 1v4 mode, where the sizes of survivors and hunters shift during matches based on player actions. It also added more dynamics to the fast-paced 2v8 mode with new card-based mechanics that influence real-time battle progression. As an integral part of its broader content and operations strategy, esports remains a core pillar of the game's long-term engagement. Core of the Beast 9, the game's premier global tournament, reached its climax with the global finals held in Shanghai earlier this month. Elite teams from regions across the globe delivered highly competitive matches that ignited community excitement. Infinite Borders, our signature SLG title, continues to push the genre's boundary with updates like the 5th edition that streamline time-consuming actions and rebalance battle pacing, enhancing the overall strategic experience. Beyond the 5th edition, the game continued to enrich its seasonal updates with fresh landscape designs, themed character portraits, and crossovers with popular IPs, all of which were well received by the players over the past months. These updates resonated strongly with the community, drove a meaningful improvement in daily active users, and continue to strengthen the game's foundation for long-term operations. The Naraka Breakpoint franchise continued to refine its melee-focused combat experience through new heroes, new maps, and updated battle mechanics that keep the fast-paced gameplay fresh. A two-way crossover event with Overwatch in China helped expand the game's reach, connecting two distinct player communities. Sword of Justice maintained a vibrant player community through rich content and a lively open world that continues to evolve. The title continued to enrich player interaction and creative gameplay experiences, introducing features such as text-to-item generation and in-game narrative creation. These innovations not only deepened player engagement, but also fostered a thriving ecosystem of user-generated content, strengthening player connections. Innovation is a driving force for the content creation in our existing portfolio, as well as our games under development. New titles in our pipeline remain on track, with Sea of Venomance and Ananta making steady progress towards launch. Both titles are designed with a clear intent to deliver all new player experiences and explore gameplay directions that have the potential to shape future trends. Feedback from Sea of Venomance's latest round of testing was positive, and we're in the final stages of preparation ahead of launch. As for Blizzard titles, their popularity was reinforced through diversified live service operations and localized content in the first quarter. World of Warcraft launched its Midnight expansion in China on March 3rd, alongside the global release, bringing players back to the Elven Kingdom. With the continued deepening of our localized operations in China, we have implemented extensive optimizations and dedicated live ops events tailored to the China market. These efforts have successfully sustained a high level of player retention and engagement, leading to a solid year-on-year commercial performance in the first quarter. In April, Diablo IV launched its Lord of Hatred expansion, simultaneously across China and global markets. Meanwhile, Diablo II Resurrected, a title with a 20-year legacy, reignited its player base with a new DLC. This update drove a strong increase in monthly active users in the first quarter, further reflecting its enduring appeal. In February, Overwatch and Naraka Bladepoint collaborated on two-way crossover events featuring character integration and themed skins. Combined with the Spring Festival themed content, the event generated strong cross-community engagement and elevated player activity. With strong user engagement in Q1, daily active users grew with key bids while showing improved stability. Through strong partnerships and sustained engagement across our growing portfolio, we are well positioned heading into the rest of the year. With continued investment in innovation, an unwavering commitment to quality, and deep-rooted operational expertise, we aim to create unique and unforgettable gaming experiences for players in China and around the world. Turning to our other businesses. Youdao further advanced its AI-native strategy in the first quarter by driving continued iteration on its Confucius large language model and more deeply embedding AI throughout its ecosystem. The learning services segment made steady progress, supported by strong growth in Youdao Lingshi and AI-driven subscription offerings. Youdao also enriched its AI agent matrix, adding two new AI-native applications, Lobster AI, an open-source personal AI desktop assistant, and Youdao Baoku, an AI-native knowledge base designed for complex information synthesis. Online marketing services benefited from increased demand for performance-based advertising, as AI-driven tools enhanced the targeting and streamlined content production, while the smart devices segment maintained its physical discipline, prioritizing SQ profitability over volume. Yanxuan celebrated its 10th anniversary this year, marking a decade of dedication to high-quality products. As part of this effort, we continue to build out our pet category, strengthening capabilities across R&D, supply chain, quality control, and membership operations. Yanxuan maintained consistent execution across key categories in the first quarter, with pet food, home stands, and home goods continuing to introduce new products and securing leading positions in their segment across e-commerce platforms. Additionally, sustainable development remains a core focus for NetEase. We believe long-term success of a company is intertwined with the value it creates for users, for communities, and employees. Earlier today, we published our 7th annual ESG report, outlining our latest progress across sustainability, governance, and social impact. As our business continues to grow and evolve, we stand steadfast along our employees who share our values and the dedication to continuous innovation and the passion in service of our users. We provide resources and opportunities for them to develop, strive, and keep innovating. By focusing on these kind of initiatives, we have once again been included in the World Best Employer list published by Forbes, marking 9 consecutive years for our company. We're also mindful of the social impact of our technology and strive to integrate corporate social responsibilities into product innovation and business practices. extending the accessibility and inclusiveness of technology. On the environmental side, while our online business by nature has relatively low carbon footprint, we nonetheless actively explore ways to make our operation even greener and cleaner. For example, we have improved energy efficiencies across our data centers and campuses, helping reduce greenhouse gas emission by 12% year-over-year. On the governance side, we continue to improve our board and management oversight on material issues. External recognition continues to reflect this progress. MSCI upgraded us to a AAA ranking, positioning us as a leader among over 200 companies in the global media and entertainment industry. While Sustainalytics maintained our low risk rating with improved profile, placing us among the top companies in our industry. In closing, across our businesses, our operations, and our development pipeline, we're seeing results from our long-held commitment to creativity, innovation, and the evolving technologies that power it. We see this momentum building as established titles continue to set new records, new titles advance towards launch with clear ambition, and our international footprint continues to grow. Woven through all of it is our ongoing effort to build an environment where our developers are free to push creative boundaries and deliver experiences that resonate with players' communities around the world. We believe we're still in the early stages of what this can deliver for our players, our communities, and shareholders alike. That concludes William's comments, and I will turn the call over to Eileen for more detailed discussion of our financial results. Thank you.
Financial highlights. We encourage you to read through our press release issued earlier today for further details. As a reminder, all amounts are in RMB unless otherwise stated. Hello. Thank you, Bill. I will now provide a brief review of our 2026 first quarter results. Given the limited time of today's call, I will present some abbreviated financial highlights. We encourage you to read through our press release issued earlier today for further details. As a reminder, all amounts are in RMB unless otherwise stated. Our total net revenue for the first quarter were RMB 30.6 billion or $4.4 billion, representing a 6% increase year-over-year. Total net revenue from our games and related value-added services were RMB 25.7 billion, up 7% year-over-year. Specifically, net revenue from online games were RMB 25.1 billion, up 18% quarter-over-quarter and 7% year-over-year. The quarter-over-quarter and year-over-year increase in online game net revenue were attributable to higher net revenue from self-developed games, such as Fantasy Retro Journal franchise and Rare Remix. Youdao's net revenue increased 4% year-over-year to RMB 1.3 billion, primarily driven by increased net revenue from Youdao's online marketing services. Its net revenue was down 14% quarter-over-quarter due to decreased net revenue from Youdao's learning services and the smart devices. NetEase Cloud Music net revenue were RMB 2 billion, representing a 7% year-over-year increase and remaining broadly stable quarter-over-quarter. Net revenue from innovative business and others were RMB 1.5 billion, decreasing 5% year-over-year and 24% quarter-over-quarter. The quarter-over-quarter decrease was mainly driven by declines across e-commerce and the advertising services. Our gross profit margin increased year-over-year to 69.4% from 64.1% in the prior year period. Looking at our first quarter margin in more detail, gross profit margin was 74.8% for our games and related value-added services, compared with 68.8% in the same period of last year. The improvement was primarily driven by lower revenue sharing costs related to the platform. Our gross profit margin for Youdao was 44.7%, compared with 47.3% in the same period of last year. The decrease was mainly due to the decline in smart devices gross margin. Gross profit margin for NetEase Cloud Music was 37.1%, compared with 36.7% in the same period of last year, remaining generally stable year-over-year. For our innovative business and others, gross profit margin was 42%, compared with 38.8% in the first quarter of 2025. The improvement was primarily driven by margin expansion in certain innovative business within the segment. Total operating expenses for the first quarter were RMB 8.6 billion, representing 28% of our net revenues. Taking a closer look at our cost composition, our selling and marketing expenses accounted for 11.2% of total net revenues in the first quarter, compared with 9.4% in the same period last year, primarily due to the increased marketing expenses related to games and the related VAS. Our G&A expenses accounted for 2.1% of the total net revenue in the first quarter, compared with the 3.3% in the same period last year. Our R&D expense remained stable at 14.7% of total net revenue in the first quarter, compared with 15.2% in the same period last year, reflecting our consistent investment in innovation and content development. The effective tax rate was 18.9% for the first quarter. As a reminder, the effective tax rate is presented on an accrual basis, and the tax credit varies across each of our entities at different time periods, depending on applicable policies and our operations. Our non-GAAP net income attributable to the shareholder for the first quarter totaled RMB 11.3 billion, or $1.6 billion, broadly stable year-over-year. Non-GAAP basic earnings per ADS for the quarter was $2.56 or $0.51 per share. Additionally, our cash position remains strong. As of March 31st, 2026, our net cash position was RMB 167.5 billion, compared with RMB 163.5 billion at the end of 2025. In accordance with our dividend policy, we are pleased to report that our board of directors has approved a dividend of $14.4 per share, or $720 per ADS for the first quarter. Lastly, under our current $5 billion share repurchase program, we had repurchased approximately 23.2 million ADS as of March 31st, 2026, for a total cost of approximately $2.1 billion. Thank you for your attention. We would now like to open the call to your questions.
Thank you. If you wish to ask a question, please press star 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. If you wish to cancel your request, please press star 2. If you're on a speakerphone, please pick up the handset to ask your question. Your first question comes from Lincoln Kong with Goldman Sachs.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问啊，那也非常恭喜咱们一季度取得很强劲的业绩。我的问题可能是2个关于这个新游戏方面。第一个就关于遗忘之海。那可不可以请就管理层再跟我们分享一下遗忘之海最新的一个进度和目前的一些用户的反馈？那这个产品在无论是玩法、商业化设计和付费模式上最新有没有一些新的变化？那全球或者是跨端的这个整体的这个上线的计划目前是如何的？那第2个问题是关于这个无限大这边。那其实是主要想知道就咱们在这种开放世界这种赛道上的一些竞争策略尤其是这种就是偏2次元和生活模拟品类。那其实今年同业也是有一些上线几款这个可能相对有点类似的这个新游，以及后续年底也有这个 GTA 的这个大作所以想请管理层再分享一下我们如何确保这个无限大能够顺利突围并且获取这个增量的一些用户。So 我自己翻译一下。Thank you, management, for taking my question. Congrats on the very solid first quarter result. I have 2 questions related to the new games pipeline. First of all is on the Sea of Remnant. Could management share us more detailed updates in terms of the latest progress of the game, especially along with how is the product's monetization design, gameplay, and user feedback has been changed over the past few months? And what is the latest rollout schedule for global and across platforms? My second question is about Anata. So I wonder what's our competitive strategy in this sort of an open world type of genre. Specifically, we have seen a few of our peers has recently released some new titles a bit similar to Anata, along with they're going to be a potential heavyweights blockbuster like GTA before the year end. How does a company would ensure our Anata game can successfully break through the competition and capture incremental user growth? 谢谢。
我来回答第一个问题。在过去2个月的遗忘之海技术测试中，我们收获了很多玩家的宝贵意见。目前项目组正在积极筹备即将到来的破晓号测试。在这一轮的测试中，我们会展现更为全面的游戏世界以及更多玩法细节，以便充分为推进 Q3 的产品上线计划。商业化方面，我们会结合游戏整体玩法进行设计，围绕角色以及外观付费为核心，实现内容丰富而低负担的游戏体验。更多细节，欢迎持续关注我们后面的测试和宣发详情。
Okay, I will translate the answer of the first question first. Thank you for the question regarding Sea of Remnant. Following the technical test in February in the past months, we received valuable feedback from players, and our team is now actively preparing for the upcoming Dawnbreaker test. In this next round, we'll showcase a bigger picture of the in-game world and richer gameplay details as we work towards our targeted Q3 launch window. In terms of monetization, we're designing it as a natural extension of the overall gameplay, with characters at the heart of the experience and customization as the core of our monetization design, keeping the experience rich but without too much burden. Please stay tuned for more details in our upcoming test and the future announcement. Thank you.
我来回答一下第2个问题，关于无限大。那么，首先是我们几个层次来讲这个问题。首先是关于竞争格局，那么我们游戏竞争，让我们会更加关注于差异化。2026年的开放世界赛道是非常拥挤，用户的选择空间也很丰富。在换个角度来看呢，这恰恰说明我们这个品类的天花板是足够高的。用户需求是很强， 竞争不是零和博弈，好的产品会把产品做大，不是在固定上面去厮杀。其次呢，我们是要看无限大的独特定位。无限大选择的是都市开放世界的方向，这在 IP 塑造、叙事结构和都市生活玩法层面，与传统的开放世界 RPG 或二次元的动作游戏是有本质区别的。我们做的不是换皮，而是以一个现代都市为舞台，以生活体验为核心驱动的开放世界产品。这个方向的竞争壁垒不在于地图大小或者是战斗的华丽程度，而在于是否能让玩家真正生活在这个世界里。逛街、社交、探索、经营等都市感极强的体验的设计是我们的核心差异化。目前团队正在专注于打磨产品的内容质量。我们认为用户对创新且高质量的产品始终有强烈的渴望，最终决定产品成败的不是或者是竞争力度，而是产品是否能够提供独特且足够好的体验。那么我们宁可多花时间在品质上做到位，不敢当时交易平庸的作品。最后也是最重要的一点是，我们不把无限大定义为传统意义上的二次元游戏，希望在开放都市世界里面框架上面做出品类突破，吸引所有对虚拟都市生活的自由生活感兴趣的玩家。这就意味着我们的美术风格、叙事调性、玩法设计都在面向更广泛的受众打开，而不是把自己框在一个固定的标签里面。总结来说，独特的都市开放世界定位对内容品质的极致追求，不设限的用户视野，这是无限大的突围之道。竞争是相当激烈的，但是我们对我们的方向是有信心。
Okay, let me translate this answer. First of all, thank you for your question. We addressed your question from several angles. First, regarding the competitive landscape, we do not shy away from competition, but our focus is more on differentiation. Yes, open world category is crowded in 2026, and players have more choices than ever. But from another angle, it also means that the genre has a high ceiling and strong user demand. Competition in our industry is not a zero-sum game. Great products expand the overall market rather than just fighting over fixed market share. Secondly, what makes Ananta different? Ananta is built around an urban open world concept, which is fundamentally different from traditional open world RPGs or anime-style action games. Whether you look at the IP building, the narrative structure, or gameplay design, we're not following existing formulas. What we're building is an open world set in modern city driven by immersive daily living experiences. The competitive edge here is not about map size or flashy combat. It's about whether players can truly feel like they are living in the world. Shopping, for example, social interactions, exploration, running businesses. These activities, with their strong sense of urban life, are where our differentiation really lies. Right now, the team is focused on refining the game's content quality. We believe players always have strong appetite for innovative and polished experiences. What decides whether products succeed is not the launch window or how many competitors are out there. It is whether or not the experience is distinctive enough and good enough to the players. We'd rather take the time to get it right than ship something average in a rush. Lastly, but importantly, we do not think Ananta is a traditional anime-style game. Our goal is to achieve a genre breakthrough within the urban open world space, reaching players who are interested in the idea of freely living in the virtual city. This means that our art direction, our narrative tone, our gameplay design are all being shaped to appeal to a broader audience, rather than putting ourselves in a fixed box. In summary, distinctive urban open world positioning, a relentless pursuit for content quality, and a broad, unconstrained vision for who this game is for. That's how Ananta stands out. The competition is real, but we are confident in the direction that we have chosen. Thank you. Next question, please.
Your next question comes from Zuqing Zhang with CICC.
感谢管理层接受我提问，恭喜这个季度强劲的业绩。我的问题是关于全球化的，那管理层如何展望公司游戏全球化的一个进展啊？尤其是如何看待烟云16升出海突破的空间，以及 MMO 游戏品类在海外的发展潜力啊？谢谢。Thanks management for taking my question and congratulations on the strong quarter. My question about globalization. How does management view the progress in global expansion? In particular, how do you assess the overseas growth potential of Where Wings Meet, as well as the opportunities for the MMO genre in international markets? Thank you.
燕云16升出海展现出持续且强劲的生命力，从上线到目前已经有17个月了。上线半年 Steam 好评率稳定在 87%， 多次版本更新登上全球畅销榜前2，包含惯性认知武侠难以撬动欧美的市场，彻底打破了武侠品类出海记录。这充分说明海外玩家不仅认可燕云高度沉浸的武侠世界，也对免费高品质 No Play to Win 的商业化模块接受度极高，这也再次验证了燕云带来的是独一无二的游戏体验，在全球范围内都是硬通货。接下来我们会进一步释放燕云在海外的增长潜力，继续挖掘多端适配和全球发行的能力，推进更多的平台上架以及市场本地化，很快大家就会看到相关的消息。总之，我们会持续投入大量资源，把燕云16升打造成网易布局海外的又一块金字招牌，追求全球范围的基业长青。谢谢。
Okay, let me translate this answer. Where Wings Meet has demonstrated very strong and sustained momentum in this global expansion. Within 6 months of launch, it has held, very high scores, like 78% positive rating on Steam, and has repetitively ranked among top 2 on Steam's global top seller chart when we have a major update, including Western market that have traditionally been difficult for Chinese wuxia games to penetrate. This has set a new benchmark for this genre overseas. This clearly shows that overseas players not only appreciate the game's high immersive wuxia world, but also highly receptive to the free-to-play, high-quality, and no pay-to-win model. Once again, it reinforces that the unique experiences delivered by Where Wings Meet is something that resonates globally. Going forward, we'll continue to unlock the game's overseas potential, the overseas growth potential by enhancing cross-device compatibilities, strengthening global publishing capabilities, expanding onto more platform, and deepening localization effort. More updates on this will be shared soon. In short, we'll continue to invest resources into Where Wings Meet, making it another flagship title in our global portfolio, with the goal of achieving long-term sustainable success worldwide. Thank you. Next question, please.
Your next question comes from Richie Sun with HSBC.
感谢管理层接受我的提问，也恭喜咱们非常强劲的这个业绩。我想问一下梦幻西游的这个情况，自从这个 PC 版推出畅玩服以来，已经接近1年的时间，管理层能否分享一下这个产品最新的这个近况？未来下一步将如何维持，甚至是进一步扩大这个改版之后带来的这个成功？ Thank you, management, for taking my question. Congrats on a very good set of results. I want to ask about FWJ PC. The PC version has launched unlimited server close to 1 year now. Can management share the latest update on this game, and how do you plan to further sustain or even expand the successful sort of response from this game going forward?
梦幻西游电脑版在 Q1 刷新了390万的同时在线记录，已经可以说明畅玩服的推出是有效地拓展了用户的规模。除了畅玩服本身取得成功外，时间服的用户规模也在稳定提升。得益于开发团队多年的长线运营经验，目前整个游戏生态系统稳定且各项数据向好。我们始终坚持长线运营思路，同时探索更多的可能性。谢谢。
Chinese Westward Journey Online hit another record of peak concurrent user as 3.9 million in Q1, which clearly shows that the unlimited server has successfully expanded the player base. Beyond the strong performance of the unlimited server, the time-based classic server has also been growing steadily. With the development team's years of experience in long-term live operations, the overall game ecosystem is in good shape, with all key metrics trending in the right direction. We remain committed to the long-term operation strategy and keep exploring new opportunities along the way. Thank you.
And that concludes the question and answer session. I would like to turn the conference back over to Brandy Piacenti for any closing additional comments.
Thank you once again for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us directly. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.